welcome back to another video. I am so excited to finally tell you guys about my first brand collab. This is so crazy, but I have partnered up with Sigma. I am collabing with Sigma, and we have put together a little brush set that you guys can actually purchase now. It is available right now on the website, and I can't wait to tell you guys all about what's in here, why I chose everything, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I just never thought that this could ever happen to me. Let me give you a little backstory and how I even came across Sigma. So the first time I ever came across a Sigma brush was when I was watching a makeup tutorial, and this YouTuber just kept saying how much she loved this Sigma brush. And so I said, I'm gonna go and get that brush one day. I know that there's a Sigma store in Minneapolis, and that's the only store that they have. So the next Minneapolis layover, I'm gonna go and buy my first brush. So I finally got a Minnesota layover, or Minneapolis layover, and I remember I had one goal, and it was to go to the Sigma store. My crew that I was with had a completely different agenda. They wanted to go and do their own thing, and I wanted to go to the Sigma store. So I made it to the Sigma store. I went in and I got my first brush. The first brush I ever purchased was an E38 brush, and I remember going back to my hotel room all happy with my brush, with my little Sigma bag. And I remember I called my husband and I said, I got my Sigma brush. This opportunity just means the world to me. I remember after I started my YouTube channel, a few years later, I went on the Sigma website and I applied for their affiliate program. I had no hopes of getting in because I thought you had to be like a Jaclyn Hill or like a Nicole Guerrero or something like that. So I just put in the application, and that was that. Well, I got an email a few days later saying that I was in, and so I'm like, I'm just gonna type real quick and reply before they change their minds. So no, it was official. I was in. I got my first PR package, and I was so mind blown that this was happening to me. Out of all people, this was happening to me. And now to even be here with my collab, with a collab with Sigma. Whoa, it's crazy. First, I do want to take a moment and a minute to thank you guys so much for being with me, whether you've been here from day one, or you know, if you just found my channel a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, whenever. But the point is that if you are here supporting me and watching me, like, that is, it's crazy to me. But I want to say thank you, because I never thought this would happen. I remember just watching YouTube and seeing these things happen to other people, but I never thought it could be me, you know. And just social media is just, it's crazy. I never imagined to get so much support from people I've never met. And I've met some of you. I've been lucky to meet some of you, whether it's at an airport or just here, you know. And I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you so much for your support, for being with me through all the changes and, you know, ups and downs, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I wouldn't be doing this without you, first of all. So again, thank you. Thank you to Sigma for believing in me, to Hannah for believing in me. And yeah, before I get even more emotional, I'm just going to show you guys what is in the set. This is available now on the Sigma website. I do have an affiliate code with Sigma, however, you cannot use it with this. Now, if you do choose to purchase anything else from the Sigma website, you can use it on that, just not on this. But I will kind of recommend some things that I think would go well with the brushes that are in here. So when you get your package, this is what you will get. And there's a little card right here with my face on it, which is so crazy, and it has my little signature right there, and this just says Allie's favorite brush set. So when you open it up, you're going to get a travel case. I really wanted to include a travel case because I am a flight attendant, I travel a lot. The good thing about the case is that it also doubles as a little cup holder when you're traveling or even at home, but you see how it opens up and you can use it just to kind of hold your brushes while you're getting ready. And you don't have them just like laying, you know, like in the hotel sink and bed or whatever. It also keeps your brushes safe, secure, and clean whenever you're traveling. You don't have them just like rolling all over your makeup bag. That being said, Sigma does offer a 2-year warranty on their brushes. No other makeup brand does that, which I think is amazing. Now, I've never had to use the warranty. My E38 brush that I bought years ago is still in perfect condition. Never had to use it. It's still good. It doesn't fall apart. It doesn't shed, which I think is great. That's another thing to keep in mind whenever you're purchasing from Sigma, that they do offer that 2-year warranty, so that you kind of get that peace of mind that if something does happen to your brushes, you know that they have your back. So that's definitely a plus. All right, so now let's get inside into what's in here. So when you open this, you see the brushes that are in there, and then there's a little card, and in the back of the card, it'll explain which brushes are in there, what they do, and on this side, there's my face again, and it just says Allie's favorite brush set, and then there's a little note that I wrote to you guys. So it just says, whether this set goes to a fun destination with you or is your first brush set, I wanted to make sure it included my go-to Sigma brushes. Remember that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made, and thank you for putting your trust in me. XOXO Allie. So yeah, it has like my social media stuff there, and you guys, this is so surreal, it's crazy. But now let's get on to the brushes and let's talk about why I chose every brush in here. The first brush in the set that I want to talk about is the 3D HD Max Kabuki brush. So the reason why I chose this brush was because my thought process in all of this was, I feel like sometimes I overpack how many brushes I take with me on trips, or even at home, just having like way too many brushes at home can be a little bit overwhelming. So I wanted to just use things that have multi-purpose that I can use for my face, for my foundation, and then I can also use for my under eye concealer. So because it's a kabuki brush, it's still perfect for it to be able to pack on that foundation, and then because of the angles and how the sharp edges that it has over here, it's really easy for you to be able to get into your under eye, or I'm sorry, not your under eye, your inner corner, and then go around and just blend that concealer. So you can also use this to set your under eye area with some powder. Like if you have some loose powder, you can also just like dip it in there and then go and set your under eye. I've done that a few times and I find that it works. This is a perfect brush that has just that multi-purpose use, you know. The next brush, I've been talking about this brush all day long, I know, but it had to be in this set. It is the E38 brush, my first Sigma brush. This is, not only does it have a special meaning, but it is also the brush that I use whenever I apply my eyeshadow, whether it's just a little bit of bronzer that I'm just putting in my crease. This is the brush that I use. So, or even if I'm just doing like a more, you know, put together look, and let's say I use like 3 different eyeshadows or something, this is at least one of the brushes that I use. So this is the E38 diffused crease brush. So of course it had to be in this set, of course it did. So also my thought process with this whole set too is that if you're traveling, you really don't need to take another brush like a flat shader brush or anything like that, because you can use this, add a little bit of bronzer to your crease, and then maybe just a little bit of a shimmer eyeshadow, and you can just use your finger to pack that on and then go back and blend this, and that's all you need. The last brush, I have talked about this brush so many times on my channel. I think it's been in a lot, if not most, of my makeup videos, any get ready with me videos that I've shown, and this is the F50 dual fiber brush. So this is my all-time favorite brush because, again, you can use it for more than just one thing. You can use it to add your foundation. Let's say you have like a tinted moisturizer you want to use, or you want to use it for your powder, or you can use it for anything that you want. I personally like to use it for blush, or I really like to just go in after blush and bronzer and just kind of blend everything together, because it makes sure that there are no harsh lines and that you don't have like patchy bronzer on your face, you know. So this is just the perfect brush to use for that, or to use with blush. I think it adds blush so smoothly, and it does such a good job at making sure that you don't have like just a harsh blush. So the blush I have on right now is actually a Sigma blush. It's Corderosa. It's a very pigmented blush, and because this brush is just able to apply product just so smoothly, I think that it would just go perfectly with that. So yeah, these are the 3 brushes that are in my set, and I am just so excited to be able to show these to you guys. I really wanted to have the brushes that were my must-haves, my favorites, just brushes that I use every single time I do my makeup. And I honestly really wanted to include the case. The case was also very important to me because, like I said, I'm a flight attendant. I travel a lot, and even when I'm home, this is where I keep my brushes. I hold my brushes here. I have another case of these, and that is where I have any other brushes. I have them stored, and I just feel like it has multi-purpose, and that was the point, and that was my thought process in this whole set, was just that I didn't want to have brushes that I knew that I wasn't going to use, because sometimes you see brush sets and you're like, okay, well, I would never use that brush though, you know. And so I didn't want this set to be one of those. I wanted you guys to be able to have use and find use for every single brush in this set. Now let's talk about what you guys are dying to know, which is how much is this set. If I were to purchase each of these things separately, the case separately, and then each of these brushes separately, it would cost you guys $96. But if you buy the set, it will cost you guys $67. So you guys are getting a 30% off discount. And because the order is over $50, you guys get free shipping. So Sigma has this thing that if you purchase anything over $50, you do get free shipping in the US. That being said, Sigma is available outside of the US. So if you live outside of the US, you can get your hands on this. Now, international shipping is free after $150. So I know it's a little bit of a difference, but it is available. So maybe you see a few other things on the Sigma website that you guys like, and then maybe you can add to your order. But I am so happy that everyone can get their hands on this, and I really try to keep the price as low as possible, which is, I know $67, not everyone has $67 to just spend on brushes like this. So if you do purchase this, I do appreciate your support. And even if you don't, just for watching this and being here, I mean, that is enough to me. So thank you so much for just being here, and you know, just for supporting me. And you know, I thank you. Thank you so much. If you do decide to purchase this, however, there is a link in the description box below for you guys to be able to purchase this set. And then also remember, if you do decide to add anything else to your order, you can use my code and you will save some money, and you will save a little bit of money on that. However, you can't apply it to the set. I think I'm just gonna end it here, because if not, I'm just going to sit here and just keep repeating myself and say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you all day long. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Sigma, for believing in me. Thank you, Hannah, for believing in me. Thank you guys for putting your trust in me. And make sure that you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed here. There are still so many new things coming up in this year. Many exciting things that are happening, and I can't wait to share everything with you guys. So make sure you also are following me over on social media. I will be talking about the brushes there as well. And then you can also expect some videos of me showing you how I get ready using the brushes and everything. So yeah, thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.